Good afternoon again, AP Calculus. I'm sorry the last video's audio started a little intense at first. Our next question set, if you've looked at the notes, talks about concavity. There's concave up like a cup, which means f prime of x is increasing. The tangent line's slopes are going from less negative to 0 to more positive. And there's concave down like a frown, where the tangent line slopes can be going from positive to less positive to 0 to negative and more negative. Either way, if we want to judge where f prime is increasing or decreasing, we need its derivative, which would be f double prime. So if I want to know where f is concave down, I want to know where the second derivative is negative. So I would take the first derivative. 4 times a fourth is 1. Take 1 away, x to the third. 3 times 2 is 6, x squared. I need the second derivative to get 3x squared plus 12x. I set that equal to 0. I factor out a 3x, leaving me with x plus 4. That would give me 0 and negative 4. On my sign chart, I'm now looking at the second derivative. So this is f double prime's sign chart or number line. So I put negative 4 and 0 there. I could test values in the factored form or in the standard form. Because this is quadratic and it's a parabola, I know it goes from positive y values to negative y values back to positive y values. So this will go plus, minus, plus. Okay. And concavity is not inclusive. So you would have to say that this is concave down between parenthesis negative 4 to 0 and then close the parenthesis. The next type of question is if a function has a point of inflection or an inflection point. This is where the second derivative changes sign. So it doesn't matter if it changes plus to minus or minus to plus, it has to change sign. So I took the first derivative, I multiplied 2/15 by 6 to get 12/15 minus 5x to the fourth. I multiplied by 5 to get 60/15 x to the fourth minus 20x to the third. I set that equal to 0. 60/15 is 4. I factored out a 4x cubed. And I got 0 and 5 for the critical points. I usually go in the factored form. Okay, if you know the behavior of this, because it's a even power and it's a positive exponent, it's like a parabola where it goes plus, minus, plus. Okay, but let's say I plugged in a negative number here. I would get a negative for the 4x cubed, a negative for the x minus 5. Two negatives make up positive. If I plugged in something between 0 and 5, positive for the 4x cubed, negative for the x minus 5, positive times negative is negative. Something above 5, I would get positive, positive, positive. So because the concavity goes from concave up to concave down, 0 is an inflection point, and from concave down to concave up, that makes 5 an inflection point. I think in delta math, you're just going to add 2 of them, but that would be 0 and 5. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.